Hello gamers, and thank you for watching. A Plague Tale Requiem will take place 6 months after the first game, and we can expect to see a Hugo more capable of helping Amicia during their quest. To get this out of the way, we need to know that the game will be out on October 18th this year in 2022. It will be available on PS5, Xbox, Series S and X and PC. Recently, it has been confirmed that the game will be available for Nintendo Switch also, but it will be cloud only. You can also play it on Game Pass at launch if you are subscribed. This is interesting. We will have the game available for the newer generation consoles, so we can expect to see Unreal Engine 5 at work, which makes the game look extremely realistic, making use of photoreal visuals and immersive dynamic lighting. It has been said also that the game will get Nvidia RTX and DLSS support from day one. PC players will be in for a treat here. The first game mixed survival with puzzle solving, and this is what we can expect from the next game in the series. We have a gameplay trailer which looks awesome, and players will once again take control of both Amicia and Hugo, two children who barely survived the rat plague that devastated their homeland. The enemies discuss about the environment and about the character's position. The AI seems similar to the one that we have in The Last of Us 2, in which they work together and coordinated themselves to find Ellie. Hugo's blood carries the Prima Macula, an ancient evil that manifests itself in specific noble bloodlines throughout times. The extent of the evil is unknown, but one certain thing is that Hugo can control swarms. By the end of the first game, Hugo has come to grips with his powers and, together with Amicia, defeated Vitalis Benevent, a corrupt and evil Grand Inquisitor who sought to use Hugo's powers to rule France. Hugo's rats can destroy enemies that seem incredibly strong here. The Plague Tale franchise is primarily centered around action-adventure and stealth-based mechanics, and using the rats will not be an easy thing to do. Once you do this, Hugo's strength will collapse and the rats will turn on you. This power will prove to be a double-edged sword. Since there will be a lot of stealth elements to the game, we might also expect to see Hugo controlling the rats in a more stealthy way, like using them to open doors or for doing reconnaissance tasks. As opposed to the first game, we might see more playtime with Hugo as he is now grown, and he could give us more in-depth knowledge on his character and his development. Doing so will give players more chances to see the world from both Amicia and Hugo's eyes, as well as strengthen the bond the two have with each other. We will see a more mature Amicia, more keen to bond with her brother. The characters will discover a new part of France, Provence, which will offer new sights and sensations, leading them to believe in a kind of paradise. The roads of Provence are unpredictable and danger is everywhere. We have mercenary bands, ambushes, and the ever-merciless nature of their time. The simple villagers make no exception also. Let's not forget the rats. Another trauma they will have to keep facing as the world crumbles around them. The plague tragically keeps following them. Amicia and Hugo will be led to act to the limits of morality, and their friends from yesterday could be their enemies tomorrow. Forced to flee one more, the siblings place their hope in a prophesized island that may hold the key to saving Hugo. This suggests that the tragedies that have followed Amicia and Hugo are not over and will ruin their chances at a normal life in the south. What is new here in the new A Plague Tale game is that Amicia now carries a crossbow, and she also does stealth kills using a knife, again similar to what we had in The Last of Us Part 2. The map will be bigger than the one in the first game, and players will have more freedom to explore paths, even though the game will not be a fully open world game. Once again, quite similar to what we had in The Last of Us 2. We also notice Hugo has an ability which allows him to feel other people, with the help of the rats, which he says are able to feel others' blood.
Yes, I see them. They're here. Soldiers. Hold on. How? The rats. They can feel people's blood. Now I can too. It's like a noise. Like an echo.
So far, we don't have a price for the game, but most likely the base game will be $60, $70 for a gold version, and about $100 for a deluxe version. The extra payments will include maybe new weapons and certain customizations. We reached the end here. If you have any useful info about the game, please leave them in the comments down below. people might find them useful also. Also, if you like the video, give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to the channel because I will post more about the game prior and also post-launch. Hope this video worked well for you. Thank you very much for watching the entire video. Don't hesitate to like the video and subscribe, and I wish you all the best. Goodbye.